bum 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 ba 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 da 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 da. What am I doing? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you a story about the NES. My story of the NES. Now, this is gonna not be a very I remember playing the NES when I was a kid. Like, that wasn't me. I was a 90s kid. The first system I ever played was the Sega Genesis. The first system I ever owned was a Nintendo 64. However, I did get this at one point. Not when I'm like at this age. I got it after the GameCube had been out for a while. Probably its mid-stage around 2003, and I got the NES. NES, all I knew on the NES that I wanted was all the Super Mario games and The Legend of Zelda. Fortunately, the bundle I got this with, the old man that I bought this from, had all of those games, so I was excited. So I played those games. I still play those games on my NES because they're amazing. My friend comes over, we try to beat Super Mario Brothers. We can't get it past it without using... We just keep losing. Get to World 8-2, it's over. So I bought this off an old man in an orange little shoebox. Came with all these games, all these weird games, like crazy creatures I was frightened of. It's just this black cartridge with these pink little monsters on it. It's just freaky to look at. I don't like looking at it. In fact, I have it hidden away so I don't have to look at it. But I have it there. Apparently it's the rarest game I have, so whoa. Woo. And trying to play Legend of Zelda, I could never, ever do it. Ever. I finally beat it one day, but I used a walkthrough, so right now I've actually forgotten the entire quest and what I've done. So hopefully I'm going to go back and play it, try it again without the walkthrough and see if I can do it. Because in Zelda 2, which I've actually bought for the NES now too, I have gotten halfway through the game without using the walkthrough. People say it's more impressive than beating Legend of Zelda, the original, without using the walkthrough, so might as well try it. It's possible. And the cool thing about this NES, well, the package I got it with, is that they gave me the 2 control pads. One of them doesn't work very well anymore, so that's kind of a bummer. But they also gave me like this, I don't remember what it's called. It's like I want to say it's a turbo controller, but it's better than that. It's like this huge controller. You know what? I have time. I'm going to go get it right now. Sorry, this is not going to be an edited video, so it's going to be sloppy and me getting out. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got these the 2 orange NES zappers as well. And this is, oh yeah, it's the NES Advantage. Take advantage of yourself. It's the weirdest thing I've ever had, but it's also one of the coolest looking things I've ever had. It's just arcade style. It's like, put your fingers like that. It's supposed to be like, you can play faster, but I don't know if that would be right, because my thumbs have just been like so used to playing since I was a little kid. It'd be weird for me to just try and use my fingers like this. Is this what holding the Wii U is going to be like? Nah. Anyway, it was able to switch from 1 player to 2 players, so I could always push it to player 2 and have that broken controller. Not a problem anymore. I can't even talk because I'm trying to talk too fast about all the amazing memories I have with it. The only memory that I really, really want to get out there is the first experience I actually had with Mega Man. Like, I have always heard of Mega Man when I was a kid. I was like, oh yeah, Mega Man, I saw that game. I have a GameCube game, which is the EXE game. This was before I beat it. And I was like, okay, what's this game? Oh, Mega Man 3. I put it on my NES. It was it was the first NES game that would actually work without me blowing in it, so I was like, yeah, let's do this. And these 8 Robot Masters came up. I'm like, wow, these all look cool. Oh, look, Top Man, Gemini Man, Magnet Man, Hard Man, ha ha ha. I didn't laugh back then because I was innocent. And Needle Man, like Shadow Man, Spark Man. I'm gonna name them all if I keep going. And I started playing, and I was like, wow, I really like this. This is really, really fun. So I just kept playing it and playing it and playing it. And I was like, wow, I can't believe I didn't get into the series. So I started looking it up. I saw there was a Mega Man collection. I actually had to go out of state to get the Mega Man collection. And as soon as I got it, the next month, they had it in my store. So I was kind of peeved. But I finally had it, and I started playing it. And it made me this huge Mega Man fan. And so when Mega Man 9 came out, I had already been beating all these games. And when I beat Mega Man 9, when everybody was complaining about it, I was enjoying myself. I loved it. I was like, oh my god, this is so much fun. I beat every Robot Master without the Mega Buster, and I was having just the time of my life. I didn't care how hard it was. People said the last boss was hard. I don't care. It was amazing. I still can't beat that without the Mega Buster. It's just the Mega Buster. That last phase is impossible. But I've loved the Mega Man series now. I gotta thank you, NES, and the old man who sold it to me for having Mega Man 3, because, oh my god, it's gotta be my top 10 favorite series now. Without this, I wouldn't be nearly as big of a Mega Man fan as I would. And I don't have any Mega Man posters, that makes me sad. And another thing was that we had one of my friends got a little bonding moment, because, well, actually two of my friends. One of them was a big Mega Man 2 fan, so we started playing Mega Man together, and now we're just both really good at Mega Man. I'm better. Anyway, and my other friend had a ton of NES games. I used to go over to his house because I was jealous because he had an NES and I didn't. We played some of the horrible NES games, like we have a really old video of Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy, but we haven't even done one of the bad ones, which is Where is Waldo? Where is Waldo? Well, he's not findable in that crappy NES game, and it's pretty bad. It's pretty horrible. We played the pretty fun spot game, and we would just oh, I have an extra copy of this game, here, have it. Or like, oh, he had an extra copy of Ice Hockey, so he let me have it. And that is probably the best sports game I've ever played in my life. But I haven't played Tecmo Bowl, so it's just an amazing experience, and I'm glad I got this NES when I did. If I didn't have this, might not have been a Mega Man fan, and I probably wouldn't have gotten to play one of my favorite sports games. And I probably wouldn't have played one of my other favorite recent games, which was Metal Storm. And it wasn't included with the bundle I got with the orange shoebox, but somebody gave it to me, and I was like, oh, here, I have an NES game, Metal Storm, I'll play this. And this was before, Happy Video Game Nerd happened, when he gave his review. And I was like, oh, wow, oh my god, this is a great game, wow, I'm going to play this all the time. And I looked it up, it was like, wow, there's nothing about this at all. I was like, oh man, that's kind of sad, oh well, whatever, people's lost. And then as soon as that happened, I have a video game nerd now. And I love that dude. I was like, yeah, that's exactly how I feel, thank you. Thank you. So, this is awesome, love it. There's so much, you can't consider yourself a gamer, a true gamer, until you've at least played an NES game on an old NES. It's like the initiation. It's like not playing Atari 2600. You at least have to play Atari 2600. You have to play a Pong system. Come on. You have to start from you don't have to start from the very beginning, because Pong is not even the beginning of gaming. I'm not going to get into that. It's going to get all gaming historian on you, and I don't want to do that. But I have to appreciate what this gave me. NES, you're all dusty. You got a little awesome top loader friend back there, which I'm not going to show you. That'll be a different time. It's the big gray box. It has some of the greatest games on it. I haven't even mentioned Metroid and Kid Icarus, which I don't have, sadly. I have the 3DS version, but that doesn't feel right. It only feels right when you're actually playing it on the original system, for me at least. It's just some weird feeling. Oh man. Darkwing Duck, Capcom, and all your crazy, awesome games. Capcom before, even when it was pouring out with Mega Man. Now it won't make a single Mega Man game. Times change. I wish I could point out more games that I have, but Contra. Contra's great. That's about all the games I got to grow into it. I was about 12, so I guess I grew up sort of with this. Not my early childhood, but still, good part of my life. And yeah, blowing in these burns your cheeks and cuts you. Literally, I had cuts in the side of my cheeks because I started blowing this cartridge so hard. It was ridiculous. But still, you gotta love the old classics. Pick one up, find it, I don't care how, find it, and if you find a Rob, it's probably gonna cost you a fortune, but be glad you found one. Be glad you saw one. Be glad you buy one. This is Nick signing off of a 10-minute video. Man, I gotta stop talking so much. Bye, everybody.